decisions announced by President Yoon. What happened in South Korea on Tuesday? In an unscheduled television address broadcast around 11 p.m., 1400 GMT, Yoon declared martial law, accusing the Democratic Party of sympathizing with North Korea and engaging in anti-state activities.
The presidential decree briefly handed power to a military general, during which soldiers and police were deployed to the National Assembly building, where helicopters were seen landing on its roof.
The order was met with condemnation from politicians who called Yoon's announcement illegal and unconstitutional. Opposition leader Lee Jae-myung called on Democratic Party lawmakers to join Parliament and vote against the decree. Thousands of protesters also took to the streets, but tensions did not turn violent despite the military deployment.
Lawmakers managed to push through barricades, and when they reached the Parliament building, they voted unanimously to block the decree in an emergency session, attended by 190 of the 300 National Assembly members.
At around 4:30 a.m., 1930 GMT, Yoon said he would reverse his decision, confirming in a statement that the military forces sent to enforce the order would withdraw, but he reiterated his original justification for issuing the decree. What is martial law? Martial law is a temporary form of rule by military authorities during emergencies. South Korea's constitution states that the president can declare martial law when necessary in the face of a military threat or to maintain public safety and order by deploying military forces. The decree placed all media outlets under martial law control and ordered all medical workers, including striking doctors, to return to work within 48 hours. Thousands of doctors have been on strike in South Korea since early February, forcing hospitals to cancel treatment sessions and surgeries. The government says the reforms are needed to ease staff shortages and manage the country's transition to an aging society. The declaration of martial law comes after months of waning public support for the president, with a poll last week showing Yoon's approval ratings falling to just 25%. Yoon, who took office in 2022, has rejected calls for independent investigations into scandals involving his wife and senior officials, drawing criticism from his political opponents. Opposition lawmakers challenged the president's decree on Tuesday, AFP. Could Yoon now face impeachment? The 6 major opposition parties have already submitted a motion to submit a bill to impeach Yoon, which could be voted on by Friday or Saturday. Impeachment proceedings include bringing misconduct charges against a public official. The National Assembly can remove the president if more than 2/3 of lawmakers vote in favor of the motion. The Democratic Party, along with some smaller parties, holds 192 seats, just 8 short of the 200 votes needed to impeach the president. In addition to the opposition, some members of Yoon's People Power Party have strongly opposed his imposition of martial law. It is unclear how many of them would join the opposition if the impeachment motion is put to a vote. If the impeachment vote is approved, a trial will be held before the Constitutional Court, a 9-member body that oversees South Korea's branches of government. If 6 of the court's members vote to uphold the impeachment, the president will be removed from office. What happens if Yoon leaves office? The Prime Minister will temporarily assume the presidency before a new election is held within 60 days. What has been the reaction? Inside the country, protests have erupted and South Koreans have also begun stockpiling supplies. Local media reported that the price of canned goods rose by 300% and instant noodles by 250% between 11 p.m. and midnight. Sales of water, instant rice and batteries also saw a big increase, according to Reuters news agency. Internationally, the White House said it was relieved by Yoon's decision. The United Kingdom and Germany also said they were closely monitoring the situation. While Russia said it was concerned about the crisis in South Korea, China urged its citizens in South Korea to be careful.